Hey, can I steal your attention for a moment? Just you. Not the part of you that's scrolling or thinking about what's next, but the quiet part, the part that still remembers how to dream. What if I told you the life you've been asking for isn't far away? What if it's closer than you think, waiting just on the other side of this breath? If I could place you inside that life by the end of this story, would you let me guide you there? Fully, completely, even just for a little while? Good. Take a breath. Let's begin. You step out of the noise and into the evening air, keys in your hand, breath steady. The city hums like a lullaby that belongs to someone else. A streetlight paints warm gold on the pavement, and you pause beneath it. In that pause, a clean thought rises like a spark. Your outer world is a mirror. The mirror listens to what you imagine, again and again, on the inside. You begin to walk, not fast, not slow. Your rhythm matches your pulse. A second thought arrives. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is simply clear. If you cannot see it inside, how could it find you outside? Your mouth softens into a quiet smile as you notice the old habit trying to speak. That habit rehearsed problems instead of outcomes. That habit called worry being realistic. Tonight, you choose a different movie. You reach your door. Your fingers rest on the handle and you let a breath gather in your chest. You feel the day slide from your shoulders like a coat you no longer need to carry. On the other side of this door, you decide there is a room where imagination gives instruction. You turn the handle. You step in. The air greets you like a welcome you have been missing for years. Lights low. Kettle on. Shoes off. Silence that feels like a sacred room, created only for you. You place your phone face down and far away, because this is your cinema now. The only screen that matters lives behind your eyes. You sit with your spine long and your hands open. Your jaw softens. You breathe in through your nose, and the breath lengthens the distance between your thoughts. You breathe out through your mouth as if you are releasing a story that never belonged to you. You ask yourself with honesty and kindness, what do I actually want, in essence? Not the 12 detours, not the shoulds you picked up from other people. The essence. At first, the answer is shy, then it grows brave. You want work that feels like devotion. You want mornings that are spacious and quiet. You want a home where light moves across the floor like water. You want to feel useful and deeply alive. You let the wanting become simple. You are not writing a plan. You are locating a pulse. You choose one small scene, only one. It will be undeniable proof that this new life is normal. Not an introduction, not a teaser, proof. An email subject line that reads, approved. A key turning in a door you now call home. A voice saying, we are excited to work with you. Your name on a screen beside the word booked. The morning sun resting a warm hand across your kitchen table, while your calendar holds a life you designed on purpose. Choose one. Hold it lightly, like a feather balanced on your open palm. You dim your inner lights and allow the scene to brighten. You ask your senses to walk forward. Where are you standing? What do you smell? Coffee, paper, fresh paint, ocean salt carried in on a breeze. What time is it based on the softness of the light? What sound confirms it? An email chime, a door latch, a quiet laugh from someone you love in the next room. The kettle clicks off in your real kitchen, and somehow it clicks inside the scene as well, a little bridge between now and already. Your eyes move around your imagined room the way they move when something is ordinary. You are not a tourist. You are a resident. You reach out and touch what is yours, the cool metal of the doorknob that belongs to your new address. The gentle tooth of paper with your name printed where you always knew it belonged. The smooth back of a chair you pull out, because you live here now. Feeling arrives, not fireworks. The calm, of course, that follows a promise kept. Relief settles where anxiety used to live. Gratitude blooms without asking permission. A stillness whispers, we are here. You notice your shoulders drop a centimeter. Your breath deepens. Your chest feels less like armor, and more like a room with open windows. You hear a sentence in the scene that seals it. Congratulations. Welcome home. Transfer received. We will see you on Monday. The keys are yours. You say thank you. Not as a plea, as a receipt. You laugh a little. You realize how many times you tried to bully reality when all it needed was a clearer picture to mirror. You walk to the hallway mirror and meet your reflection. The person looking back is not waiting for permission. They are calm. They are present. A little amused. They tilt their head as if to say, "You see it now, do you not?" You nod, because you do. You remember the question that resets you every time. If the future me who already lives this stood here right now, how would they move through this evening? Would they refresh an inbox like a gambler? Would they argue with old evidence? Would they collapse into the couch and call it fate? No. They would be at peace. They would make tea. They would open a blank page. They would leave a lamp on low and let the next step find them, because it always does. So you do exactly that. Steam curls up from your cup like a small prayer you do not need to say aloud. You sit by the window while the city glows like faraway constellations. You write a single sentence at the top of the page. I accept the life I have already made inside me. The words look right. Not because they are perfect, because they are true. You feel the itch to plan every single step, to prove to a nervous part of you that you are not naive. You smile at that part, the one that thinks safety is a spreadsheet. You give it a new rule. You do not control the how. You keep the habit of imagining, the habit of feeling, the habit of moving like it is already yours. Across the room, your phone buzzes. You do not rush, you take a sip, you breathe. Then you check, a small message from the name you were hoping to see. It is not a grand finale. It is a nudge in the right direction. You treat it like pleasant weather rather than the source of your season. You remember something essential. Your subconscious does not lecture. It listens. It watches what you rehearse with emotion, and it builds sets to match. So you rehearse again. Not as discipline, as pleasure. You close your eyes and return to your single scene. It is brighter now, more detailed. You hear your own footsteps in the hallway of the life you chose on purpose. You smell the room. You feel the weight of the key. You hear the way your name sounds in another person's mouth when they say, "We are glad you are here." A quiet question taps your shoulder. What will you stop feeding with your attention once this is already yours? The answer comes quickly. The noise, the comparison, the habit of proof. You invite them to wait outside, and they go without a fight. Another question follows. What will you begin doing in small ways every day? Your future self shrugs. It is not dramatic. You choose clear water over chaos. You keep your space like a promise. You say no quickly to what dilutes your energy. You act when moved, and you rest without guilt. You try on their posture. Shoulders easy, eyes unhurried. Your body understands. It has been waiting for this permission. Doubt wanders back in with pockets full of old photos. Nothing has changed, it says, while it spreads yesterday across the table. You smile and stack the pictures neatly. We are not negotiating with older scenes, you say. The script is updated. Even doubt respects the calm in your voice. Night deepens. The wind writes its name on your window. You return to the door you came through and create a small ritual with no fanfare. One hand on the handle. A breath in that feels like remembering. A breath out that feels like owning. When I walk through, I walk as the version of me who has this, and has had it long enough to be at peace with it. You step into the hallway, and then back into the room, as if you have crossed a threshold that only you can feel. Your nervous system notes it. The floor carries you differently when a decision lives in your bones. You wander for a moment, touching what is already here as if you are blessing it. A cup, a chair, a pen. You treat the present like the seed of your future, because it is. A sudden kindness rises in your eyes. Pressure releases at last. You realize you do not need to become worthy of what you want. You only need to stop arguing with the movie that already lives inside you. You tape the page with your sentence inside the cabinet you open every morning. You change your lock screen to a photo that belongs to your new life. You set a gentle alarm, not to yank you from sleep, to invite you, At a kind hour to sit for 2 minutes with your scene, to brighten it on the inhale, to normalize it on the exhale. The night is simple now. You wash your face like a person who honors their instrument. You fold a blanket like someone who respects the shelter that holds their dreams. You turn off lights one by one until only the bedside lamp remains, a small moon in your private sky. In bed, you do not scroll. You do not bargain. You place your head on the pillow with the feeling of already. You whisper, in a voice only the quiet can hear, "Thank you for perfect paths. Thank you for perfect pace. Thank you for easy doors." Your body answers with a soft hum. Sleep comes like a tide that knows the shore by heart. Before it carries you, a final picture rises. You, very soon, doing something ordinary inside a life that once felt far away. No music swells, no crowd gathers. You simply live. The miracle is how normal it feels. That is the point. That is how the mirror finally understands what to reflect. When morning meets you, this story does not end. You will return to the same quiet cinema again and again. You will water the same seed with attention and affection. You will practice being the you who no longer argues with what you have already created inside. Your outer world will follow, like rain that keeps its promise. If you feel this, if something unlocked, if a part of you finally exhaled because it felt seen, breathe with me once more. In and out. Now choose one small action that belongs to your fulfilled identity and do it today. Send the message. Clear the corner of your desk. Stand at your doorway and choose the posture you will wear. If you want to keep this frequency alive, save this, like this, to anchor it in your mind, and subscribe so you can return to this inner cinema every day. Share this with the one friend who forgot their power. Then type, "It is already done," in the comments to seal it. Because it is, and your world is already learning the new script.